Hey guys, what's up? Coach Chris here at Coyote Fitness in Richland. It's that time of the year again. We're back into open season. We've got open workout 22.1. So I'm back with you this year to kind of give you some tips, some strategies that'll hopefully help you get the best score possible. So let's jump right in. Let's take a look at it here. We've got a 15-minute AMRAP of 3 wall walks, they're back, 12 alternating dumbbell snatches, and then 15 box jump overs. So, first impressions, a little bit of a longer workout comparatively to how a lot of open workouts go, and also deceptive volume. So, when I first looked at the workout, I probably had the same thought that a lot of you did. Oh, okay, 3 wall walks, awesome, no big deal. Then you start to think about these other 2 movements. 12 dumbbell snatches, it's that perfect number where it's a small enough set where you should try to kind of push the pace on it a little bit where you can get through them pretty quickly, but big enough where over time it can kind of wear on you a little bit. And then you look at 15 box jump overs. That's a pretty stout set on any kind of workout. So that volume is going to build up over time, and those box jump overs I think are really going to become the grind of the workout, and probably going to make it where towards the end those wall walks, even if you're decent at them, will probably be the least of your concerns. So, but this workout is going to be feel, different people are going to need different strategies. So rather than just kind of running through all of those, what I'm going to do today is just break down the movements one by one and just kind of give you my thoughts and what I think the best approach for each one should be. So for the wall walks, first things first, make sure you're paying attention to the standards. Watch those hands. Make sure that you understand those standards for the tape line. You've got that start line at the front, and you've got that finish line at the back towards the wall. Your hands need to start on that line, and they need to stay on that line till your feet are off of the floor, and then you can start walking back. They need to go all the way back. Both hands need to touch the back line towards the wall, and then you need to walk all the way back out to the start before your feet can go back on the ground, okay? Next thing, go fast on these. Push the pace as much as you can. What we figured out last year, we had that workout that had a lot more reps on the wall walks last year when they introduced it. What we kind of figured out was it really didn't matter if you tried to pace them or if you went slow, that it really just kind of came down to a certain number. Once you got to this number, it got really, really hard. It didn't matter if you got there in 3 minutes or if you got there in 8 minutes. So something to consider there. Get through these as quick as you can so that you're not just keeping yourself under tension. Try to walk those hands back fast and then get back up and then rest at the bottom if you need to. All right, next on the dumbbell snatch. Find your rhythm, okay? All of these movements right here are very rhythmic in nature. The less you have to think about it, the better, okay? And you can kind of just focus on moving efficiently and working on your breathing. So when it comes to the dumbbell snatch, make sure you're switching hands on the way down. If you're not used to that, practice it. It's not a big difficult thing. You can bring that dumbbell down and just flip the handle as I drop the marker. That's nice. So flip the handle down into the opposite hand. Take it all the way to the floor. Make sure both ends of the dumbbell touch the floor, and then you bring it back up. Okay, so next, don't let your hips get too high. All right, some people talk about how their lower back starts to really get fired up on wall walks. So something that you can help with that is to not let your hips get too high on the dumbbell snatch. So make sure as you're taking the dumbbell down, do what you can to keep your hips lower than your shoulders so that you can use a little more legs and you're not just yanking with the back the entire way. Also say here, stay unbroken as much as you can. Like I said, it's not a big set. So rather than putting the dumbbell down and then stepping back, catching your breath there, and then picking it back up and going again, if you feel like you need to catch an extra breath or something, during that set of 12, you can hold it at the top, and what you can do, you can kind of lean into one side so that you get that dumbbell balanced over your midline where you're not having to really hold it with your shoulders. You can just kind of stack it. Take a deep breath there, and then you can switch it going down there again, okay? So breathe at the top if you need to. That's how you can slow that pace down a little bit, but try to get your 12 done all in one set. So lastly, on these box jump overs, focus, 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 okay? Don't get in there and just start mindlessly jumping and bouncing around there on top of the box. Don't trip. Tripping's bad. Don't do that. You don't want to trip over the box. Don't trip. See where you want to land, okay? Throw those hands, use your hands, throw those arms into the jump. See where you want your feet to land, and bring your feet with you. Jump, bring your feet with you. Put your feet down on top of that box right where you were aiming for, and then step off there to the other side, okay? Land in a squat if you can. If you've got really good squat mobility, you know you can kind of sit down the bottom of the squat really well. You can stay there all day. Land in the squat as much as you can. If you go back and you watch the guys do it, they were landing on top of that box, sitting almost in an upright squat. Maybe lean forward a little bit, but that is the fastest way to get them done. The lower you stay over the box, the faster you will be going through those reps. But I will say this, that it's also going to blow up the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings. If you start leaning forward more, it's going to get on that lower back some. And so it just kind of becomes this game you want to play. If it blows up the quads and the lower back, yeah, you're not using your shoulders, but now all the blood is pushing into your lower half to try to, you know, get those lower extremities to recover, and you don't have any going to your arms to help with the wall walks and the snatches. So it's a very, very well-designed workout in that aspect. Use the box jump overs as your pacer, okay? When you start getting into those later rounds, it may be where you want to slow the tempo of them down a little bit to try to get some kind of breather in there. Because we're going to go through the wall walks fast. We're going to be unbroken on the dumbbell snatches. So I would say like maybe you get to the last 5 reps of your set of 15. If you feel like, you know, okay, it's starting to blow up a little bit, slow that pace down. Jump on top, pivot, step off. When you step off, make sure you stay really close to the box. You can take an extra breath, and then you can jump back up, okay? So with everything we do, once again, try to find your rhythm. You want to make every rep look and feel the same. The more extra steps that you're having to take, or if you jump and you trip on the box a little bit, that's just, you know, kind of knock you off your pace some, and it's just going to take more energy to kind of get back to where you need to be. So those are my thoughts there. Once again, on this workout, it's going to be a lot of fun. So best of luck to you, and can't wait to see you guys knock it out tomorrow. Take care.